I am going to explain about P2P and FAMM integration. P2P stands for the Procure to Pay. This is the process of obtaining and paying for the raw material needed to make a product or provide a service. Every manufacturing company or service provider must execute this cycle effectively if there are to continuously manage their cash flow, build goodwill with suppliers, and make a profit. If you want to get, if you want to maintain this cash flow and if you want to keep the goodwill with the suppliers, and also for making profits, and also for reducing the cost, should maintain and should follow this business cycle P2P effectively in every manufacturing companies or organizations. Sometimes it is also known as S2S, source to settlement, and also sometimes S2P, source to pay, and also sometimes it is we now called purchase to pay. Why we should maintain this process? Why we should follow this business cycle? Some of the reasons are, we can say, a single place for the goods and services, suppliers contract, legal tax and policy compliance, reduce invoice processing cost by up to 80%, reduce errors, fraud and risk, buying at negotiated price and within budget, improve supplier relationships, leverage negotiating power, reduce overall supply chain and the inventory costs, free up needed cost, improve operational performance, make improved financial decisions. In SAP, P2P is the important business process. Cyclist contains following steps. First, material requirement. Material requirement planning to the technique of the using a projected manufacturing products schedule to the figure out what supplied materials you will be need and when you will need them. Material requirement planning type controls the MRP procedure, pricing, material valuation. First, we have to see the requirement of material for producing a good. If you have any requirement, you know to create a plan here for purchasing raw material. After that, we will have to select vendor. The vendor selection is the important step in P2P. With the help of obtaining quotations from sources and by comparing them, vendor are selected. When you plan for the as per your requirement, you will have to select the vendor selection here. That's why we will receive the quotations, and also we have to compare one quotation to one quotation who will give the quality material at the lower cost. After vendor selection, we will have to create the request for the quotation. Requesting potential vendors to submit a quotations for material or services. Quotations contain the vendor terms and conditions. They will send the quotations, vendors, to the manufacturer company. Their terms and conditions of the vendor will be there. After reading all this, purchase requisition will be made. Here, when we go to create the purchase requisition, every organization may have multiple departments, and department also require multiple materials as per the requirement, material or services. Here, after receiving the quotations, Employee belonging to that the department will prepare the purchase requisition here by using ME 51N. After that, before making a PO, we have to get a purchase order. We have to get so many permissions. First, we will have to get permission from the head, department head, and after that, we also check the financial department whether there is treasures or not. After the acceptance of finance department, purchase group will create the purchase order in ME21N. Once purchase order is created, purchasing department initiates the procurement process. Purchasing department gives the purchase order to vendor. Vendor supplies the goods and bills the company accordingly. Purchase orders needs to have information like order type, vendor, material, quantity, purchase price, delivery date, terms of payments. All this information will be there in ME21. We will post the document. Means here purchase group. There is separate group purchase group is there for booking purchase order. You can see the purchase order types here. Subcontract purchase order. Here ME21N there is item category. You will give here if you want to create the subcontract purchase order. For example, if you want to, you have for example, you have just for example, I am saying you have only steel material. If you want to create steering, you will have to send the material to our subcontractor to give finished product like steering. That time we will use this subcontract purchase order, and also we will give item category L. Consignment purchase order. Here, consignment purchase order means goods are at the stores. Please keep in mute. Consignment purchase order. Material are ready at the stores, but we have no rights on the particular material. After getting permission from the vendor, we will take the goods for making product. That time we will use consignment purchase order. Their item category is K. Stock transfer purchase order. When we transfer the material internally, company code to company code, that time we will use the item category view for creating purchase order. Service purchase order. Service purchase order. Service purchase order. A third party provides service to the company. The service includes maintenance functions such as electricity and oiling of machines. That time we want that type of services to our machinery. We will have to create that type of purchase order in ME21 by giving item category D. Here, no journal entries will be found here. Next, goods receipt MIGO. Here, FIMM integration will happen when organization break out the voice.
లేదు కంటిన్యూ చేయండి.
Okay. Goods receipt MIGO. We will create the goods receipt. When the organization receives the goods receipt is posted in SAP using T code MIGO. By checking all the goods, if you have received the same goods as per the PO, we can post them into the MIGO.